I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to talk about a very concerning and sensitive issue in Nigeria. Some years back, if you went to Google and you Googled dangers of cultism in Nigeria, the first person you will see is Dr. Charles Apoki with Dr. Cecilia Ibru of Michael and Cecilia Ibru University. I used to go around universities, secondary schools since about 1998 to talk about the dangers of cultism, from the University of Calabar to several other places. Something is happening. There is something, a channel that pops up on my phone. It is Confra Naija. Nearly every day, there are reports of buying of Confra members, either BKB when they kill each other, or inter-confraternity conflicts in different cities, Edo State in particular, Delta State, all kinds of places. And the recent one was when there was a BKB in Nairobi, Kenya, and somebody was thrown from the 4th floor of a building and the person deleted. The question I want to ask: what was the original intention of establishing these confraternities? I never belonged to any. In fact, I did a video of how my friend Dr. Ima Jessa asked me whether I was a Rosicrucian, and it was only when I traveled to the UK now that I questioned him, why did you ask me that question? He said that my friends belonged to different clubs like Rotaract, Red Cross, Sigma Club, and then my other friends were Capones in Pirates, Air Confraternity, Buccaneers, and all that. You know, when you stayed in the university till final year medical school, your classmates will be the oldest in those confraternities. But I never belonged to any. I had dared to walk alone. In fact, I was a one-man cult. But initially, I've spoken to the Pirates confraternity several times. I've spoken to them from Nigeria to their meeting in New York. I've spoken in their Barracuda feast at a deck near Orobo College, and I have tenants that are members of the Pirates confraternity. I have very good friends. Then it was mainly to fight oppression. Then they rendered social services to us when workers were on strike. They cooked, they did several things, they donated blood. Then if you were a dullard, if you failed, you just see pieces of it, you are sent away from them because it was meant for highly intelligent people. And then splinter groups started coming up, and the original aims of fighting oppression were still their primary motivation for establishing them, but with time, violence became the norm. Sometimes international organizations like the Interpol have incriminated Nigerian cult groups for all kinds of offenses, from human trafficking, drugs, money laundering, and scams and all that. And it is becoming a thing of concern to us who are parents and grandparents. You were sent to the university to read and not to buy each other, not to delete each other. And that you are a hard man, men mount, men bam. If you are really mounting, in Edo State, your parents are being deleted in the farms. Your mothers are being violated in the farms. Why can't you all come together, form a body that would protect society, that will fight against kidnapping, that will fight against child molestation and pedophilia, that will fight against criminality in the society? Why won't you come together to do what will bring glory to God? Even if you are not Christians, there are things you can do that will make people say, boy, this is good. It's not just to parade singing songs and injuring each other, say brought down, so was brought down. That thing sounds very childish, that you brought down somebody who is your age bracket, who has a great future, and then you too, you'll be brought down. You have this vain fantasy of being a hitman. Maybe you watch too much of Godfather and Mafioso films. And I've studied a lot of them. The younger ones, they don't end well. You can point to successful musicians, I know some of them. Point to successful politicians, I know some of them. Point to members of the Houses of Assembly. A lot of members of our Houses of Assembly are cultists. A lot of pastors in some denominations, young men are cultists. They wear collars and they are cultists. You point to them. It's just like pointing to footballers, or pointing to musical stars, or pointing to politicians. Only less than 10% reach the limelight. The remaining just stay below, suffer, constitute a nuisance to society, to themselves, and to their families. I want to appeal to the leadership of the different confraternities in this country, including those who are grandfathers. Call a conference and redirect the meaning of confraternity in Nigeria. Let it not be synonymous with gangsterism, like the Pirates Confraternity did, or the Sea Dogs. They removed membership from the streets. Only people who have gone to university, who are of repute, are recruited after graduation. They removed Pirates Confraternity or Sea Dogs from the campuses. I hope I'm right at one time. And then you can bring some sanity, and any other person who is carrying guns, who is doing whatever, is seen as a gangster and a criminal. The funny thing is that all these hard men, mount and all that, when they are arrested, they look so canary-ish. They spill beans like canary, they sing like canaries, they talk, and they look very sober. You see, secret cults, They are very enticing outside when you see people dancing, when you see people gyrating. But when you enter, it's like marriage, totally different. I used to describe marriage like a secret cult, that those who are inside are looking for a way to come out, while those who are outside are looking for a way to come in. Now, I would describe secret cults like marriage. When you see people in marriage, you think all is well. You don't know what is going on. The fear you live with, the dues you pay, the threats from your fellow man, and the secret dirty life that you live, and sometimes criminal life, is not worth it. All the promises that they would, somebody high up there will take care of you, it's a big lie. They will first take care of their children, take care of their family members before they remember you. And most times, it is criminal activities like carrying ballot boxes, calling you to come and fight, calling you to go and break fences or do whatever that they use you for. And you might end up not making any meaning in life. I saw a friend of mine, a good Christian, in the bank, and he was looking battered, tattered, haggard, and shattered. And I asked him what went wrong. He said, my eldest son was shot by the police in the university. I said, why? He said he went and joined a cult. And imagine the loss. I know a great preacher whose eldest son was shot dead just before graduation. The people you are looking up to, they move around with guards, move around with Hilux trucks loaded with security personnel, and you are vulnerable in the streets, in beer parlors, in lounges, and they can deal with you at any time. Grieves my spirit that young men will just be wasting their lives. I appeal to you, the leaders, call your people to order. I saw one in South Africa. He was advising members of his cult to behave themselves, to shun criminality in a foreign land. That is good leadership. I think that it is bad leadership to see so many things going wrong. Fight because of girlfriend, fight because of drink in a beer parlor, fight because of nonsense, pull down each other because of nonsense. There are so many problems confronting this country that you can contribute solutions to instead of dying prematurely. A word is enough for the wise. When real men mount, they handle responsibilities. They don't kill each other. I am the area grandfather. I speak because I care. I speak because I have seen a lot.